Just gonna get myself nice and comfy right here on the floor. One of my biggest motivations to do anything, I think, unfortunately, is fear of losing whatever it is that I have. And I don't think that I'm unique in this regard. I think that's a pretty regular thing for a lot of people. In general, when we have a good thing going on, we'd like to keep that thing, right? Things that make us feel good, things that are making our lives better, people that are around that make us feel like that everything's okay. We'd like to keep those things, hang on to that, and I'm definitely no exception to that rule. So naturally, I'm like super scared of losing those things in my life that make me really happy, that make me feel okay. I don't want to lose those things. I like those things a lot. I'd like to keep them. I don't think it's a bad thing to be afraid of that, but it does become a problem when you let that fear become like primary motivator number one, in which, you know, you're really only doing things because you're scared of losing the good things. And that's really no way to live. A big part of life is loss, right? You're going to lose stuff you don't want to lose. You're going to lose people you don't want to lose. That's just kind of a reality of the situation. And you can either let that fact really just depress you all to all heck, or you can just kind of live and enjoy the moments you have with those good things and pursue other good things, perhaps to make amends for the times maybe you lost that other thing. Fear should never really be a primary motivator. Sure, it can play a part, I think, but it should not ever be number one, right? Because I don't really want to live personally my life being afraid all the time. It doesn't really work for me, because when I'm afraid all the time, I'm stressed out. And then when I get stressed out, I get tired of being stressed out. And then when I get tired of being stressed out, I like become a human, just paralyzed burrito on a couch watching hours of mindless television. Being afraid isn't really a good look on most people, I imagine. It's just not attractive. It's not positive. It doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel scared. That's what fear is. I go through phases sometimes in my life where I'm so scared of losing something or someone, and I start to catastrophize and imagine every way that something could go wrong, and I start to vividly remember all the times I've either lost something or someone, and I start to think to myself things like, well, why would anything ever go right for me? And I get really down on myself, and I feel very unlucky. And that's the word that I repeat to myself. And I get hooked on that fear, on that negativity. I get stuck in this kind of cloud, and it just holds me there. And I'm unable to see anything outside of myself for just the hottest of seconds. And I start to become pretty much the thing that I don't want to become, and that's a completely self-involved person. And I stop thinking about any other experience but my own. And I can't entirely blame myself. That is kind of the condition of, you know, being a depressed person sometimes, where you kind of lose perspective in a way. But it's not a nice thing to realize when you're kind of stuck inside of yourself and only yourself. What am I trying to say here on the floor? I'm trying to say, don't let your fear control your life. Don't let that feeling, that potential loss, ruin a good thing while you have it. Because if you spend your entire experience worrying about losing the things that you have, then you're not really experiencing or enjoying those things or people. Just love the thing while you have the thing, because everything is temporary, including you, but especially this video. What an end segue. Wow. I really hope one day I can call this a job. Like, this would be dope. Right, I'm literally laying on my back and talking. How dope would that be? If I could just continue to monetize this, that would be great. I'm gonna slither out of here. Just give me a hot second.